5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Is off, and now we are getting started. It is a repeat workout of 12.4, 150 wall ball shots, followed by 90 double unders and 30 muscle ups. They've got 12 minutes to maybe get through this workout, but if they do, they can head it back to the wall ball and see how many more they can get.
This is all about the wall balls. It's the heavy workload of this whole workout. And again, the matchup here, the height of Talayna, the lack of height with Kristan, and even though Kristan has such an amazing motor, the height thing is definitely an issue with her. And she said it last year that, you know, she did great. She did the best of the world in this workout, but she hates the wall balls.
There you see Kristan Clever's the first to break on the wall ball, but we saw in her video last year, she has a plan. She's done this workout before, but she didn't know this workout was coming.
That's right, and it's interesting to see where they're gonna fall right back into what happened last year. The thing with Kristan, such a heavy strategic athlete. She's done all the workouts twice, so it was easy for her, I bet, to come right back into it. She's being smart, look at that. Trying to stay very relaxed in her movements. That was right there with Talayna's first break. It's interesting to see how much work they're gonna be doing into that, you know, the double unders and the muscle up.
And you say both athletes look very relaxed and very confident in the strategy they need to take, even though they just found out what the workout is going to be. The ladies are going neck and neck. They're rep for rep. They're tied up right now. But we remember last year, knowing the splits, Talayna was almost a minute ahead of Kristan going into that double under round.
But even with that, you can see Talayna's still moving, but you know, Kristan, very smart athlete, very calm athlete. She's taking her breaks so that she's able to stay consistent. Short rest versus Talayna's longer rest with her more reps.
Now, we keep alluding to what they did in the past, and you might ask yourself, why are we repeating a workout? Well, exactly for that reason. We've done this workout before. CrossFit is measurable, so how more fit are you this year as opposed to last year? And this is a great test to see the two fittest women in the world not just compete against each other now, but compete against each other who they were a year ago.
Exactly, and one of the interesting things I like to talk about with Talayna is she had a coaching change right now. So with that new training, new regimen, is that going to improve her fitness? And this is a perfect test to come back and look at not just a named workout, Karen, the 150 wall balls, but actually putting together that 12.4 from last year.
Talayna is coming up on 70 reps. Kristan just got to 65, so they're still pretty close. Kristan's taking a few more breaks than Talayna, but you know, we knew going in, she did not like the wall ball. She didn't want to see the wall ball, and she didn't even know what the workout was going to be.
You know, that even though Talayna's still moving, Chris is holding together. There were a minute difference last year and around this area, but right now, Chris is just hanging on, doing her thing, because she knows what she's going to make up her time is on the muscle ups.
Talayna is at 80 reps right now. Last year, she did 4 sets of 25, took an 8-second break in between, and then went to 20s. Breaking right there at 85, she has switched up the game plan as opposed to last year.
I'm wondering if the altitude is starting to affect her a little bit. You know, that we're using big muscles here, big thighs, big glutes. That's going to demand a lot of oxygen. We're lacking a little bit of oxygen here. So I'm wondering if that's going to change a little bit. And earlier they were talking about that classic CrossFit red line. They want to stay just below that so that they don't have to have that heavy, long rest.
Talayna is opening up a 14-rep lead on Kristan Clever, even though that seems like a dramatic difference between the two athletes. Again, we look back to last year. Talayna had a minute lead. So Talayna knows that Kristan's gotten the muscle ups in the end. Kristan Clever was the only woman to finish this workout with 270 total reps last year. So Talayna needs to know that she has to get out early, but she's going to hold on to that lead towards the end there.
What you want to see right now is that both of the athletes are really getting up on their toes because they're really using their calves and everything else. I'm wondering if that's going to have an effect when they go into their double unders.
And we kind of see that altitude maybe taking effect. Kristan's breaking a little bit more. Talayna's right on pace as she were last year, but Kristan is following a little bit behind. Now, Bill, we see these wall ball targets. Something a little unconventional we might see at regionals or the games, but not in your everyday gym. When these ladies did this workout last year, it was just a straight wall. Can this target make a little bit of a factor here as far as the wall ball's concerned?
Absolutely. If they don't hit directly on that target, it's not going to come right back. If they come off to the side, it's going to bump them over. They're going to have to reshuffle their feet and reorganize themselves and lose that rhythm. The worst thing on wall balls is to lose your rhythm. You want to stay consistent and stay nice and smooth. The second you have to do extra stuff, it just crushes you.
And that's just a huge accuracy component, because you miss a wall ball on a wall, it slides back down. You miss a wall ball on this target, it shoots off to the side, just like you alluded to. Talayna Fortunato is getting close to the end. Kristan Clever's hovering right around 110. She has 40 left. Both ladies taking a break right here, trying to conserve energy, knowing that they got the muscle-ups coming up. We still got those double unders to come to.
That's right, and look at them. They're starting to slow down a little bit. They know they have a lot of work ahead of them. Both athletes are starting to slow down. Again, it could be travel time, it could be jet lag, it could be the altitude. A lot of these things are starting to work against them. And again, this is a heavy Metcon workout right now. It's a very oxygen-demanding workout.
Both ladies taking a breather. You can start to see Kristan Clever, she gets tired. She's almost jumping up on the toes. That fatigue, not just because she's short, she's got to throw it up a little bit higher, but that jumping, right? We just did the boxes. She might not be as powerful as she was previous to 13.
And if she gasses herself out using her calves, she still has those double unders that she has to hit. What I do like seeing Chris do is every time she breaks the ball and holds it up against the post right there. She doesn't want to do that extra step. That's a great move for her, so she's keeping one less rep every time, one less squat.
Talayna Fortunato finishes her 150 reps. Kristan Clever is about 15 reps behind. We're at the 6:30 mark. At this point, though, last year, Talayna was way ahead of this mark. So this altitude, we say it before, we might say it again, but this altitude is taking effect on their cardiovascular endurance right now.
Now, both of these athletes are very skilled at the double unders. You can't be at the games and not be good at double unders. But you add 150 wall balls down there, and then you really have to see what kind of accuracy and agility you have. Right now, Talayna is crushing that. But look at her. She's breaking it up, wants to be smart because she knows muscle-ups is next. And you don't want to have a problem on the muscle-ups.
You're thinking coming off wall balls. Kristan's almost done with hers. Talayna's halfway through her double unders. It's kind of a Jekyll and Hyde movement as far as double unders are concerned. Not just fresh, but tired. Kristan Clever has 10 reps left. She's well behind her pace from last year, knowing full well she didn't want to see this movement. But now we've taken her from the coast to the mountains in a new crowd and a new environment. We can see it's starting to take its toll.
But you know, Kris is always a competitor. Always feisty when she's working out. She doesn't let go for anything. She's going to finish here, and last year, she went unbroken on the double unders, so she may be able to make up some time right here and some distance. That's what she needs.
Unbroken last year, Talayna Fortunato is having some trouble with these double unders.
This is that Jekyll and Hyde we were talking about. Double unders can get in your head. You get tired, you start messing up, and it will mess you. All of a sudden, you go from sets of 30 and 40 to sets of 5, and that's the worst thing. You feel like you're getting rest, but you just get frustrated.
Kristan Clever has yet to break. Talayna Fortunato just broke, and she's still resting, trying to calm herself down, slow down the heart rate, shaking out the shoulders. We have 4 minutes left in this workout, and we still have 30 muscle-ups waiting ahead after these double unders. Kristan Clever, unbroken, has yet to stop since her 150th rep, knowing she's got to make up time. She was 90 seconds behind after the wall ball, and it looks like Kristan Clever may go straight through 2, 1, unbroken, 90 double unders, and both women get to the muscle-ups at the same time.
Head-to-head right now, absolutely head-to-head.
This workout, we knew it would come down to the muscle-ups. We didn't know how they would get here. We're coming up on the 3-minute mark, 30 muscle-ups ahead of us. Now the game starts to come into play.
Here's the race right here. We know Kristan is great at muscle-ups. She's got that incredible kip. Want to make sure she gets all of them to count. Talayna, last year, even though she got 17 muscle-ups in this same event, she said she wishes she could have done better. She thinks she could. So now it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Kristan Clever is your first one to the muscle-up. She's got 2, but closely followed by Talayna Fortunato. Now, she was speaking earlier, Talayna was, that randomly, if a workout ends with a high-skilled gymnastic movement, she's thinking about rolling at about 80%. But watching her at those double unders before this movement, that looked more like 90 to 95% to me.
And what did she say? If she was running 90%, she's just going to be staring at the rings, and that looks like where we are right now. But with Kris, she's able to string them together here. She's so strong in the muscle-up. She has such a good kip. And again, what she wants to be able to do is not hit that wall. If you hit the wall, then recovery is going to take forever.
Talayna Fortunato taking time to chalk her hands. It's required for some of that grip. Sometimes the athletes get sweaty. We got 2 minutes left. Clever at 4 reps. No rep. Now, for the no rep there, the rules specifically say that the legs or feet cannot rise above the ring on the kip.
And that is Kristan's classic kip. She's been talked about on the board about this. I mean, she is a great athlete, but every time people see her do kips, they see that. Now, if she trains that way, and all of a sudden now she's not going to be able to do that, this is really going to affect her in this workout.
Kristan Clever with 6 reps. Talayna Fortunato with 5. They're still close head-to-head. Now, Kristan can't afford to have any more no reps or misses right here. These reps are hard to get. They're precious gems. So we have our judge right there, Adrian Bosman, the elite of the elite when it comes to judges. So you know he's going to keep her to that standard.
The impressive thing right now is that even after all this work, Kristan is still doing 2 reps at a time, whereas Talayna is doing just 1. And they are these guys are so close right now, so close with only just over a minute left.
So we got 1 minute. Talayna Fortunato gets her 7th rep on your left side of the screen. Kristan Clever gets her 9th rep on the right side of your screen. It's coming down to the finish here like we knew it would here at CrossFit Roots in Boulder, Colorado. Kristan Clever's opening up a 2-rep lead on Talayna Fortunato right there. We got 45 seconds. It's time to push. No more tech, no more rest. It's time to push.
But they still have to be smart, because if you do a rep and you miss it, that's a complete wasted energy. Kristan has been smart with stringing 2 of them together at a time. This is amazing right now. Kristan's holding it together, still doing 7-2.
Kristan Clever just went a set of 2. She's been doing singles since the no rep earlier. She just busted out 2 to open up the gap. Talayna Fortunato on your left. She knows she's got to make up some reps here. We got about 15 seconds left.
Chris right there looking over at Adrian just to make sure that rep counts again. It has to. We're in our last 10 seconds here.
And we're coming up in the final 5 seconds. Kristan Clever gets her last rep. Can Talayna get the last one? No. Unofficially right now, Kristan Clever takes 13-3 and sets the bar for the rest of the world. And get me.